This is the midnight break point.
Do we need a
Midnight.
break?
We've been at it for a while. Holy shit.
Well, I don't.
We haven't even got
I
to
didn't
the
bring
best
a
movie I've
cigar,
seen all
so I'm
summer.
good.
What's that?
We haven't even gotten
He's
to
gonna
the
go
best
grab
movie
some
I've
food.
seen all summer. The Martian.
I saw that too. That was the fucking bomb.
I was with you.
I know.
I was here.
I'm just trying to play along.
The Martian.
Pause.
Yeah, we finally saw The Martian.
I don't even know what the movie is.
With
Matt
Damon.
Matt Damon. It's good.
All right, so where are we at?
I don't know.
The Martian. Martian is
The
great.
Martian. Yeah. Have you seen The Martian?
So yes, I have.
He loves The Martian.
I liked it too.
In fact, The Martian is probably one of my favorite movies.
It's the feel-good movie of the year.
I own it.
It's kind of weird. That
I've watched it.
Finally watched it. Like,
I've watched it since it came out in October 2015.
Yeah.
Probably about 20 times.
Hmm.
I like the movie, and I actually liked the story. I bought it 2 years prior.
Yeah.
Andy Weir loved the story.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, the movie translated well from the story.
I think it's some of Matt Damon's really best work.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that, and there's Bourne and Talented Mr. Ripley. Really good stuff.
I think it's the fact that, because Tom Hanks with Castaway,
Mm-hmm.
Similar premise. Yeah.
Sandra
Bullock with
Gravity.
with Gravity.
Yeah.
They're all like, we're alone, we're by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between this one and why I liked it is because the conversations with himself were real conversations you'd have with yourself.
Exactly.
Which we've all had.
And, even Castaway where Tom Hanks, he went a little crazy and was talking to Wilson, whatever. Yes, that's going to happen. But at the beginning, you're going to have those conversations.
Yeah.
Like, especially, where he had technology, like a video cam or whatever, and he's like, fucking disco music, that's all,
That was great.
You mean I gotta launch this thing into space with just a tarp over it?
I think he made that character relatable to, even though he's a brilliant biologist, he still made that character relatable to Joe Farmer.
Well, for example, like as a comparison, look at Armageddon. Armageddon's a great movie. I love it. It's funny. It's great, but it's not realistic at all. But you look at Matt
It
in
kind of
Martian.
is, because there's Steve Buscemi.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
getting my chair to watch the end of the world.
Yeah, but The Martian,
Right.
It felt like it could really happen. Yeah. Like it's really something that could occur.
That's what I liked about it was there was real science.
Oh yeah,
involved.
Yeah.
There was, and even in the book they talked about the real science involved. Now, there were a few scenes in the book that were not in the movie that I wish would have been in the movie.
Like what? I've read the book, so
The whole when he decided okay, this is it. We got to make our way to the
other side of
the other site.
Yeah,
because it's time to do so.
Mm-hmm.
The trials and tribulations just to get there shows that actually how badass Mars actually is. Because there was a scene where he almost didn't make it. There was that part almost towards the end where he got blown off course. The rover got knocked off. The solar panels got to shit, and he almost died in that particular scene. That didn't happen in the movie.
The whole keeping himself warm with the radioactive warhead.
That was in the book.
Wow, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was in the book. There was a lot. Like I said, for almost scene for scene from movie to book was there, with the exception of pretty much that when he was churning.
So you were saying earlier that you think it's one of the best adaptations from literature to film?
For me, mine will always be Jurassic Park, the original.
You see, now I've read the book and I've watched the movie, and for me, there's a big difference.
To me, there's not.
Really?
Yeah.
Because to me, there's just huge difference.
I'm gonna almost agree with him, but what would be you for the big difference?
Pride. I'm sorry. Big difference between the books and the movie. Yeah. The movie cuts out a lot of the science in the book. The book talks about, in the opening scenes where they're talking about evolution, there's a whole huge chunk of evolution stuff in there. And then there's the tags. They had characters that weren't even in. The first scene when they had the raptors and the guy got sucked into the cage and whatever, that's great. It's a great movie scene. But in the book, they found like a weird. Somebody came into an emergency medical center situation in a helicopter where he'd been bit by something and they weren't sure what it was, but they found strange saliva in the bite. That was totally different.
That was in the very beginning of Jurassic Park. That wasn't in the cage. That was in the beginning of the actual book.
That's what I'm talking about. The book and the movie are that much different to me.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's weird. I know exactly what you're talking about in the book.
Plus, there's no relationship between Ellie and Grant in the book at all. They know each other. They're co-workers, but there's no romantic relationship. That was added for the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
That was there.
I'll read it again. It was not there.
I would have to agree with him.
Yeah. You need to read the book again, dude.
I read the book. I already read it once. I don't read books twice. That's just
okay. That's the problem. See, I listen to audiobooks, unabridged audiobooks, and I've listened to the Jurassic Park one many times, and the book is for me very different than the movie.
I thought it was word for word.
Oh, see, yeah. Well, maybe Game of Thrones might be kind of word for word for the first two seasons,
two
seasons,
yeah. 2 seasons, yes.
Yeah.
Why did I even read these 2 books?
That's a good point. Like, what would be the? You said the best example is The Martian of a book.
For me, at this point, I think that is the most closest example. I'm trying. There are a couple others out there. So The Stand was fairly close. Yeah, it was. But The Stand, the approach they said it was, we can't do it in one fucking show.
That's true.
We're going to draw it out.
So, what would be the best book adaptation that I've actually read both the book and seen the movie? Well, there's no book that I've read more times than Lord of the Rings. There's just not.
My understanding of that is it's close, but there was a lot of extrapolation, like add-ons.
My opinion on Lord of the Rings as far as the book and the movie. I love the book for what it is. I love the movie for what it is. And the combination between the two for me is that Peter Jackson took all the superfluous shit, and I'm not saying it's bad. Tolkien had a tendency to ramble. He would ramble about these side stories that meant nothing to the actual driven plot. Whereas Peter Jackson took those side stories out, for the most part, and then would kind of interlace them in other parts. There was a part in the second or third movie where Treebeard has some of the lines from Tom Bombadil in the first book. But they cut Tom Bombadil totally out of the first movie, which is right, because Tom Bombadil it's a great character, but it doesn't really work in the movie. It's like it would take away from everything that's going on. So for me, that's the best. I wouldn't say the loyalist, but the best adaptation of a piece of literature into a film. The most loyal adaptation, I'm kind of having trouble with that.
To me, that would be...
Frankly, Killing Joke is the most loyal Well, no, the Dark Knight Returns is the most loyal adaptation to the written material, to the movie. I'm trying to think of anything else that would even come close.
See, for me, it was The Martian, because when I read The Martian, then I saw the movie, I thought of the book.
Yeah.
Every single fucking scene, with the exception of literally every single scene, paid true to almost the book, to include the conversations that happened over in NASA Science Center, the whole hexagram kind, the whole hexa, got to science the shit out of this, you name it, with the exception of where they cut out, where they didn't do the whole rollover scene, when he's making his way to the final site, and then the very end, where they added the whole classroom scene, which I don't recall being in the book.
As a professor later.
Yeah. Everything else, to me, was almost not word for word, but action for action to the book. And that's what I really loved about the movie. This was a book I truly enjoyed. When I first read it, I loved this book. To the point where I read it several times before I even knew the movie came out. Then I saw the movie. I liked the movie. I was totally enthralled with it. And when I had an opportunity to buy it, I bought it. I own it.
You know what? I was surprised by that movie. I really was. I thought it was so much fun. Holy crap, that's a lot of burritos.
And the sad thing is I'm disappointed it did
Here,
not
just
do
make
it
space.
did not do as well as it did in the award
It
categories.
did well, but whoop. Ah, nice. That was a nice.
What are we talking?
We're talking Martian still.
Still?
But what was the comedy thing? Like they made it a comedy in the Academy Awards category?
No, it wasn't Academy Awards. It was
Golden Globes?
like a Golden Globes.
Holy
and they
fuck.
paid, as I understood, because
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais actually cracked a joke about it, saying, "How much did they spend?" Because apparently that's one of those shows where the companies will spend money so they
yeah.
get an award. How much did they spend to make you a comedy?
Yeah.
And then he just joked on it the entire time. He actually came out, Matt Damon, embarrassed.
Oh yeah, he did. I remember that.
Yeah, because that's not a fucking...
It's not a comedy at all. Well, it's funny. It's a very funny drama.
Yeah, great movie.
But other
comedy-
movies, okay, would you consider Dazed and Confused a comedy?
Yes.
Really? I would consider a drama that's funny. Because it's about a real story. It's about a real thing. It happens to be funny, sure.
Yeah.
But it's not a comedy. It's not Bridesmaids or Beetlejuice. It's not Mr. Deeds. It's not a
It's
comedy.
not billed as a comedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a movie that happens to be funny. And I think that Martian falls into that. I don't think Martian should have been a comedy at all.
No. Not when I think Martian in that movie, the entire not once did I think comedy.
But it was, we laughed our asses
I
off.
thought it
We
was
thought-
science
it was
fiction
great
with
written.
humor.
Yeah, I agree. It was funny as fuck. Right, for the recording, we're like eating tacos in the microphones now.
All right. So, speaking of humorous science fiction, I've been waiting. I've been waiting. Star Trek. Go, Jay.
I haven't seen it yet.
Go who?
Star Trek. Go ahead.
Earl hasn't seen
Loved
it.
it.
Okay.
I
Tell me
really
why.
liked it.
But by all accounts, I need to go see
It
it.
just continually seems to get better for me. I must say part 2 was a little flatter than part 1, but this
Oh,
one
Darkness? Yeah.
I did like it. I think that I have to think about that. It caught me off guard. I was still thinking about Martian.
Jay's been waiting for this one. Because he and I had a big disagreement on this
Go
one.
ahead.
Oh.
I'll piggyback where I can.
I'm okay with spoilers. Talk about what you need to talk about.
Jay.
No, I'm curious about the disagreement.
Well, because
Because he came home and he's like, I don't know yet. Let me think about it for like 2 hours and never told me.
That was Ghostbusters.
No, that was also Star Trek.
Okay.
You tend to do this.
All right. Jay went to see it with the girl, the girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah. And he wouldn't tell me, and I didn't want him to tell me. I wasn't asking. I just said, okay, did you like it? He's like, yeah, I liked it. And he said, and you'll like it too. That's all he said. It's okay. So I went to see it. And I fell asleep in the first half.
Ooh.
Wow.
Didn't care
Wow.
at all.
Really?
Nope. Not until they got the Franklin working, the old ship, and then I went, ooh, and watched it from that point forward. I didn't actually fall asleep. I did watch the whole thing. And I do appreciate the homages that put in it. Mm-hmm. I did appreciate the picture of the original cast. And I'll tell you what, the death of Spock, you were all here, kind of, when the death of Leonard Nimoy happened. It was a devastating thing for me.
Right.
It was a huge thing. It was like,
Yeah.
as far as pop culture is concerned, Spock and Leonard Nimoy are the top for me. And when Leonard passed, it was gigantic. And to see Zachary Quinto acknowledge, as Spock, acknowledge his own death was huge. Mm-hmm. I kind of wish they'd brought the character who played Spock's dad in the movies.
Oh,
Not the originals. Mark Leonard's been dead for
Yeah,
years.
but
The one who played it in the first Star Trek film, first new one, I wish they kind of had an interaction about that. He's like, yeah, son, did you hear that you died?
Yes, I did.
Something like that. But I can see why Zachary would react that, or Zachary Spock would react that way. Let's just say Spock and Spock Prime, because Leonard Nimoy is referred to as Spock Prime.
Yeah.
When Spock Prime died, and Spock's reaction was exactly what I would think. That was perfect. But after that, I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. I didn't care they blew up the Enterprise. Don't care. I was
Because how many times are you going to blow up the Enterprise?
well, Star Trek 3 did it perfectly. Star Trek 3 has its flaws, but when they destroyed the Enterprise in Star Trek 3, they did it fucking perfectly. And I just didn't care. I didn't care about the girl. I didn't care about... Simon Pegg was funny, but you could tell he wrote it because he got to spend the most time with the hot chick in the movie, which is fine. But to be honest, I don't remember anything about the first part with Spock other than the death of Spock with everybody else. I just remember Simon Pegg on the planet with the girl. She speaks broken English, which is fine, which I think is hot. But I didn't care until they built the old ship up, the old Franklin, when they finally got it running. Right. And Idris Elba was the captain and all that stuff. But even after that, I didn't really give a shit. It just didn't do anything for me. And I'm a Star Trek freak.
Idris Elba was the bad guy.
He was the bad guy. He was. But he was also the captain of the Franklin. That's the point. He became the bad guy. He found a way to live, not forever, but to continue his life. Right. And I just... It caught my attention right there because I liked the fact that it connected to Enterprise. Mm-hmm. And I'll say this about Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg put references to every Star Trek in that movie. Mm-hmm. Deep Space Nine had a reference. If you look at the design of the weird space station, it was like a gigantic version of DS9. Okay. Mm-hmm. There was Voyager references. There was a character called Paris, the Admiral Paris or something. That's a reference to Voyager. Of course, there was obvious references to Enterprise. There was Next Generation references in there, too. Mm-hmm. And I loved that. I thought that was great. But the story itself did not do much for me. I just didn't care. Go ahead.
When you say references, my favorite one, and even in the crowd, everybody was like, oh, well, the mumbling, was when Sulu came out, picked up his little girl, and then hugged his husband. Everybody goes, oh, yeah. I thought that was a beautiful toss-up
I agree.
To Kay.
Yeah.
Like, we know you're gay. We're just going to go ahead and acknowledge that you're through the series.
Yeah, but I heard that even
Takei kind of balked a little bit. That. Yeah. He said it shouldn't be pointed out. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it should be irrelevant.
But I kind of agree with both. I understand Takei's point.
I see his point. Yeah. I thought it was, to me, it was great.
I thought it was a great homage, too. I thought it was wonderful.
Now, oh, God, what was I going to say? You're right, about the Spock thing, that was beautifully put and how it went down. I tried to hand you a little while ago and you weren't...
Oh, sorry.
Hot sauce.
No, I need another one of these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, need another burrito, put it on. I got hot sauce, I just suck on hot sauce. I need a burrito.
I enjoyed it. That was one of those PG-13s I got along with.
You know what, I didn't dislike it at all. I liked it okay.
And you're right, there was a lot of tossbacks to a lot
there was.
of stuff.
I actively disliked Into Darkness. Really did. Oh. I like this one better than that, but it still doesn't even come close to the first of the new ones, and doesn't even hold a candle to any of the originals at all.
Well, I'm still open because I've not seen this one. Yeah. I'm going to go see it here soon.
So Jay, he told me that he thought I would really enjoy it.
I like the fact that it was an original story. Not so much an original story, but an original story. Like, they didn't try to redo another story from the first 5
That's true.
or 6. They actually went out and they wrote their own Star Trek. This is our own adventure type thing. That's what I really enjoyed about it. Was the story a little cheesy? Yes. A little predictable? Yes. Could have gone for... I mean, the first thing you complained about was the motorcycle. Like, how did you not know the motorcycle was going to be in play once it was on screen? Now,
that bugged me.
That was a cheap cop out. Totally, like it was just a cheap cop out.
I understand they found the motorcycle because it was on the Franklin, but why the fuck was there a motorcycle on the Franklin?
Yeah,
that makes no sense to me at all.
But the fact that it was its own story, I like the fact that not only did they play homage to Spock, but to the other crew members as well that died when they did the first drink.
Anton Yelchin, they dedicated the movie to him at the end.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for that.
Was that a reshoot, though?
No.
Or was it just a clip that this... It
was just a dedicated to Leonard Nimoy and then remembering Anton. Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that because that moment was, you guys being that pinnacle of your career, we've all been there. Like, do I go for promotion? Do I want to be with the grunts? Do I want to? And that's that's where you kind of make those decisions. It's
Yeah.
like, you're back, you're not going anywhere, and you're not going anywhere in multiple.
Iterations.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you. So having that, like, all right, do I go this way, go that way, and so I thought that was great. And I think that's why you fell asleep, is because that's why I thought was a good part. Is like, all right, he's grown up. He's at that 8-year stage. Do I get out? Because you get out at that 8-10 year stage. That's where
I got out. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I get out? Do I move on? Do I continue on? What are my decisions? And then all of a sudden, this opportunity is like, I guess I'm enlisting for 4 more years.
Yeah.
Like, sounds fun. Let's do it. They always have that perfect timing for some reason. So I thought that was great. It's like it seemed realistic in that beginning part.
Hard or soft?
Soft.
I knew it. That's the kind of guy he is.
It seemed a little predictable, but at least it stood on its own. And that's why I thought you would love about it.
Real quick.
Go ahead, Jeff.
We're talking about homages, and in the beginning, probably some of the most classic. Now, I may have looked into it, but here's what I saw. Captain Kirk always ripping his shirts.
Oh my God!
You
Yeah.
brought that up. How about the coffee stain? If you watch the original TV series, they drank coffee so much, and they didn't have a lot
It
of
was
money
pretty
for
crazy for the
There were
60s, yeah.
stains on it, and
Yeah.
there's one scene where he's drinking coffee, and he goes, "Damn it!" where the coffee hits his thing. I was like,
Wow.
I wonder if that was a throwback, like, yeah, because if you watch the original series, you can see coffee stains
Yeah.
as they're going through the whatever.
Especially when they put it in high def.
Yeah, I just thought it was a lot of acknowledgement. It seemed like they were just saying goodbye to everybody in the original cast.
Yeah.
And for me, that felt good. And if Takei didn't like the, hey, we know you're gay, I did, because
I know. I liked it
it
too.
took years for him to come out. And when he came out, well, let the rest of us say, good, let's move forward with the knowing the fact instead of playing around reality. Like kind of what, I mean... I just liked it. If he didn't like it, that kind of okay, whatever.
I think for George
a guy who
Takei
wants to
though,
be
I think George
accepted as
Takei's
gay.
point is I didn't come out as Sulu
Gay.
gay.
It came
I
out
came
as me gay.
George Takei.
Yeah.
I'm a gay man, and
Yeah.
I'm happy for who I am. Oh, by the way,
I
you don't-
George he accepted that they did it for him, but kind of was like, why do it for me? Is it Star Trek? It doesn't matter.
yeah.
That was George. As far as what I'm concerned, that was George.
If it's
I
acceptable
actually-
in our military now, why can't it be acceptable then?
I actually agree with George. It's like it plays no
I agree with that.
sense with the story.
I agree with that, but
Right.
but it's still an. I didn't have an issue. I actually thought it was beautiful.
I get why
One
why you
split-
do it, but it seems to me like the only reason why you do it is for the public publicity of it,
I would
for
disagree.
the
I don't-
audience.
No.
I would disagree with that. I think they kind of did it for the whole genre. I think it just kind of opened up the idea of it being okay.
I agree with that.
But you're
In
right.
a way, you could even say, hey, our real military is accepting it. We're going to go ahead in the future and
Are they
say,
really?
You're not
no problems
videoing
with
this,
us.
are you?
Huh?
No.
You should.
Are you kidding?
You should have.
Fuck you. No
You
way.
should have,
Have what?
This is funny. Are we videoing us eating? That'd be hilarious.
dude. They're 2 fucking like 12-pack taco thingies are demolished, and not 1 ounce of weed has been ingested, smoked, or
Hey,
imbibed.
hey,
That
I'll
I
have you know. I will have you know.
That I know of.
And I don't believe this because I believe Taco Bell is more dangerous than weed. But the FDA did acknowledge that weed is still one of the most dangerous drugs, and it's killing all of us. All of us.
That, not cigarettes.
That weed, yes.
How so?
I don't believe that one least bit.
I don't either.
We're talking about the
I didn't
FDA.
say-
We're talking about
I
the
didn't say-
FDA that held back against
It's the same people that said we don't
stuff.
floss anymore.
I floss every day.
I do too.
I didn't say I agreed with him. I'm just saying that weed is still classified as one of the most dangerous drugs.
Because we're
By the federal government.
whatever you said.
By the federal government.
Yes.
Which I'm happy with. I got something right here, bud. So my dentist gets on me and says, well, you don't floss enough. Well, I don't have to. Your own studies
Hey.
say I don't need to floss.
No, I don't floss enough, doctor, because my wife shaves herself.
There you go.
I used to floss all the time when we were bohemian back in the day.
Yeah. So that's where I think Star Trek. Yeah. I guess in a way I can see why you might not have liked it. It did have a lot of throwbacks to a lot of other things. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
I was just, other than the throwbacks, I was really bored by it, is all. I just didn't care.
Now, have you seen the previews for Discovery?
Oh, yeah. The show, yeah.
So apparently, I guess it showed a clip during...
I haven't seen the clip, I just saw the ship.
I haven't even seen that. I only heard that it was coming out.
I thought there was some sort of,
I
like...
thought there was a clip during
to
the
the movie.
Comic-Con?
no, I thought it was.
Was it Comic-Con?
No, I thought there was a clip during the previews.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Well, not the ones I went to.
I think the one I went to did.
Take off, eh? What are you
But-
doing?
And again, I was already drunk by the time I was watching Star Trek.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Or was I drunk at Star Trek? Or Ghost?
So you may have thought
You were
watched
drunk at
Star Wars.
Was I drunk at Star Trek or
Name
Ghost?
the movie,
Wait a
you
minute, I was
probably
drunk at both.
Well, I went to both on the same day. It was a Cinetopia day.
Oh,
I
yeah.
spent all day there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can.
So I can't remember which one I saw first.
Come on, you piece of...
Yeah, me and Claudia realized we got a Centopia near us, so we've been going.
I like Cinetopia, except they piss me off about the way they designate their whole rooms. Like, what are you paying for? You have no idea. What's that?
That's our sports right there.
First known picture of Michael Phelps.
Sperm.
That's fucked up, dude. That's messed up.
And that's our sports for the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And this has been Sports Watch with Rum and Rants.
Oh.
What are we looking for? The Star Trek?
I don't know what he's looking for.
I have no idea. I'm just looking for the next subject.
I thought you were looking for that Star Trek commercial that everybody was talking about.
Oh, I was, yeah. Like the... Okay, here's something we didn't talk about. CW has signed an exclusive deal with Netflix.
Right.
So now, all the shows we've been watching, Arrow and Tomorrow and Supergirl and whatnot, are not going to be on Hulu anymore.
But I watch them on Netflix anyways.
Yeah, at the end of the season,
Yeah.
which we talk about the shows as they come out, so we've been watching them on Hulu.
So Hulu's been real time.
Yeah, well, real time is in the next day.
I don't watch Hulu, so.
Well, for me, it kind of pisses me off because I'm like, look, this is how I watch it. I don't want to wait till the end of the season to watch the entire season. Not when we do this. So the good news is, though, that CW app on your phone will play the episodes the next day the same way Hulu does. But that means I got to sit there and watch it on my phone, which really pisses me off. I got a big-ass fucking TV next door, and I want to watch it on my big-ass fucking TV. But whatever. It kind of makes me mad. Everybody forgets, everybody was talking about the new Star Wars, but the reason why Star Wars is still a viable property, in my opinion, is in large part due to Dark Horse Comics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think Dark Horse Comics got fucked when Lucasfilm sold to Disney and Marvel took it back over again. Because I think the Marvel comics back in the day were okay for that day,
Yeah.
but the best Star Wars comic books
Were Dark
ever
Horse.
done were Dark Horse.
Huh.
And Dark Empire is the best of those.
Yes.
And it just bums me out. Dark Horse must be so bummed out because they lost the franchise for that. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Somebody put this picture of Darth Vader in the cell from Into Darkness, and nobody got it. Like, Kirk, Thor is your father. Nobody got it. Because Hemsworth plays George
Yes.
Kirk in the first movie. Apparently he's coming back in the next one. So that tells me that they're doing time travel in the next one.
Oh.
Yeah. So Hemsworth comes back.
Well, that's what I like about, well, not like about, but Rogue One.
Yeah.
They are bringing Vader back,
Yeah.
which we talked about, but they actually show a picture of him now.
I saw that in the
And I was
preview.
like, oh, no shit. The new Rogue One trailer has, you can see Vader at the end. And I was like, okay.
Oh, did you see that they're putting Thrawn in Rebels? Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm kinda wondering how they're gonna do that.
I've seen that, and I'm kind of perturbed about that because that does not... If you were going to do Grand Admiral Thrawn and introduce him a character as kind of a larger scope, you should have done with Rogue One.
I
And
agree.
I thought that's what Mendelssohn's character was going to be.
You're right.
When you see the white uniform,
Yep. The Grand Admiral uniform, which has never been shown before at all.
you think Thrawn.
Yeah.
as a, you know, but so
Plus, Thrawn in the books technically does take place way after the movies,
well, yeah, it takes several years after.
whereas in Rebels takes place way before.
Well, it takes in between.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes the same time frame as Rogue One.
Yeah,
That period.
and I'm kind of wondering how they're going to pull that off.
Yeah.
I just kind of
I am too.
Did you guys talk about the new Bourne?
We have
no. I've seen the ads, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
I have seen it.
I've not seen it.
What do you think?
Okay.
Please, Jeff, please.
So I went with Mick. This
Oh,
is my throw out.
Hi, Mick.
I told him I was going to mention him tonight. Okay,
we'd love
so
to have you, Mick.
I've mentioned it to him.
Yeah.
You know, he listens. He's listened to almost all of them now.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So, nerd. So, he would be really good.
Yeah, he would.
But so we went and saw it, and when we were walking out, he said he wasn't impressed with it, and I can see why he wasn't impressed. But here's why I liked it. So the first three went as you would expect, a little slow, and then pick up at the end.
Oh yeah, I
This
love the
one-
first three.
And that was all about Bourne. Who am I? I'm getting there. I'm getting there. This is basically they're starting. I know who I am. Now
I'm gonna kick your
see where
ass.
We're going.
Yeah.
And so in his mind, it was a little slow, but he was comparing it to a Bourne who was figuring out who he was and actively being. This one is he knows who he is. Now he knows he's going to be chased, and he's actually, in my eyes, he's not afraid of it. Where in the other ones, it just seemed like he was kind of running from it, and then he went after it to stop it. Now he's like, I don't give a shit. I know shit, and you're all going to pay for it.
Does it play into the Jeremy Renner one?
Nope.
Oh, good, because that would feel like felt like a misstep.
I liked that movie, but it really was a hiccup for
Yeah.
the franchise that I really like.
Yeah.
And I think as I understand, they realized that was okay. We screwed up. Now we're going to bring back the other people, and we're going to start it again and get this franchise going.
Because what's her name? Who's the girl?
From Ex Machina, Ex Machina. Or whatever?
No, I know that one, but who's the other girl? The blonde, not Reese, but the other one. The
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I know who you're talking about from say The Last Dance.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen it, and I don't know if I should tell you guys, but
I'll see it eventually. Whatever you spoil, I won't remember by then anyway.
This is her last film.
Okay.
I can leave it at that.
Okay.
So-
All right.
There's no coming back.
They'll come back from that.
No.
6 feet under.
But I liked it because for me it's building the excitement all over again, like I felt when the first "Who Am I?" Boy.
Yeah.
This is I know who I am, and the excitement started. You could just see that the train's about to take off and pick up speed. I could only hope because they brought back basically everybody that was in the original three.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like this one. Like you said, the Jeremy Renner one was. Thank you, but you were putting it in the middle of a line, and it was not. It wasn't fair.
What's that?
I read this one. I loved it.
The article? 15 things you need to know about Transformers?
Oh, yeah.
Was it anything we didn't know?
No.
Yeah.
But it was still enjoyable to revisit once again.
You know,
10 millionth time.
I don't think I've watched any other animated film more than that one.
Because I want to know.
Was there anything you missed?
Is there anything?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think
there's nothing you
so.
missed.
No.
In fact, you know what? We've been debating for a while what movie we should do a commentary on. We've talked about Ice Pirates. We talked about Hudson Hawk.
You talking about throwback movies?
Well,
it doesn't matter.
just for fun.
No, we
Any
should
movie.
do this. This would be the perfect platform
I
to
don't
do a
think this would.
commentary.
I know Earl wants this one, and
I do.
I don't think it would.
my vote is for Hudson. What?
I do Hudson Hawk. I
Yeah,
could do Hudson Hawk.
but it'd be fun to just watch. The reason I agree with you on this though. This is the movie more so than any other movie, any other animated movie in our generation. This was the Disney of us. Like, you look at some of the people, like 2 generations ago, it was Snow White, and then a generation ago it was maybe something like Sleeping Beauty or something. For our generation, it was this. It was this movie. It's the first time Disney was not the preeminent animated film.
Yeah, that came out in the movie theaters.
And people are still talking about this movie now. It's the one movie I think that people are still, that's not Disney, Don Bluth, or what else, like Anastasia or something, that people are still talking about now. And it's not even the best animated movie. It's not in terms of animation. It's well animated, but it's not the best animated. But the writing is so good. And I just think that we'd have a good time commenting on this movie in terms of not about the movie, but where we were at that point when we watched it. Mm-hmm. Now, Jeff,
I don't know if I've seen this.
you're fucking kidding me, right?
I don't know. I don't recall it.
Wow.
Damn,
And
dude.
you call yourself a nerd.
He's in those senile years. He's
You are about, what, 3-4 years ahead of us?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. That makes sense.
Not that much, by that much.
But still, think about it in terms of when we were that age, though. When this came out, this was 85.
Yeah.
I was 10. You were 11. 10 and a half, 11.
11, 12.
12. You were 15. What the
And wait, I might have been into my poetry and sports, so I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, we got to talk about that for a second. Your poetry and sports.
I got the ladies. I don't like to brag, but I don't recall seeing this one. You got a clip?
Motherfucker, are you kidding me?
Oh, play him a clip.
This is the biggest
Play him a clip.
son of a bitch.
I really hope you are messing with me.
Play him a
Oh,
clip.
I hope he's messing with us.
No, he's not messing with me.
I don't recall seeing this.
Play in the clip where Optimus Prime dies.
No, that's too easy. No, we got to play the clip.
Or when
Trailer.
Starscream
I'll find a trailer.
or Starscream dies. You know,
Starcream.
Starscream.
That's you know what? That's Starscream's porn name.
Starcream.
Starcream.
Wrong movie.
Yeah.
Now, if we can play the clip that scene is in.
How about just play me a clip?
I will. I'll find it. Just give me a second, for
You know
fuck's
what?
sake.
You have no right to even beg.
When should I get the Killing Joke from you?
He hasn't seen the rest of it yet.
Is it Blu-ray?
Okay, yeah, it's Blu-ray. It's Blu-ray. But it's DVD on there, too.
He's living here?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
living
he's
here.
not joking with us?
No, he's not
Oh,
joking
that's
at all.
not a joke. He's
No, that's
living
not a joke. He lives here.
Okay, well, I'm not joking. I don't recall seeing this.
Okay, so let's see here. I can't believe you haven't seen this. This is fucking nuts. Movie.
So then maybe we need to really do
shit.
this commentary night.
Trailer. God damn, I just that kills me. It's pretty old. Wow, that's an old clip. Official 30. Here we go. Official 30th anniversary Blu-ray. Son of a bitch. I don't even have that.
Transformers the movie, the 30th anniversary edition, is now on DVD. And
What?
for the first time on Blu-ray.
Oh, there we go. Fucking kidding me?
No, I have not seen this.
Leonard Nimoy, Orson Welles, Peter Cullen, fucking Frank Welker,
The 30th anniversary edition is now
the Micro Machines guy.
plus brand new bonus features.
When I did this one line that fans seem to remember and like, there was an eruption of
Oh,
and applause.
Transformers the movie, the 30th anniversary edition.
dude.
With the most awesomest soundtrack ever.
Yeah, it had a great soundtrack.
It's like so 80s. You know you're in the 80s.
Oh my god, White Lion did the theme.
I know,
Holy
right?
crap.
Wow.
Jeff, dude, you are so old.
I have not seen that.
I can't believe you haven't seen that movie.
You must.
I guess I'm going to have to.
It's
assuming-
pretty damn good.
Is it maybe on a YouTube period?
I've got it on DVD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Please. I mean, that's the one movie Jay and I have watched more often than any other
And
movie.
yeah, you probably could find it on YouTube.
You probably could, yeah. I'm stopping that. I don't know what that is.
Sausage Party.
That's
Oh, that ad is funny.
I
yeah.
have heard
That
it's
we need to see.
Oh my
That-
god, I saw the trailer for this. It's so great.
We need to see and talk about this.
I agree.
So, since we've all seen it, apparently one of the movie theaters, and it's a throwback to what we used to do when I worked at the theater. They had a kids movie that we were gonna play, so they put a lot of kids trailers. This was the last trailer they put in.
Oh
before
no.
the movie started.
This is
and
not a kid's movie.
Parents were livid.
I bet.
I was cracking up.
I'm so glad to see like a CGI movie that's totally for adults. Like not even.
Well, I've heard Seth Rogen talk about this for the past few years. He said they're working on this anime, and he even gave the name Sausage Party.
You're about to learn the terrible truth.
That's the
Isn't that the House of the Brady's?
Brady Bunch. It is.
Oh my freaking god!
Gods kill our asses.
This This looks great.
Fucking hard.
You know what this is? This is an answer to the Veggie Tales, the Christian show.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? Because it makes them stronger. Hunger's insatiable, buddy. I mean, fuck. How do you know this? Sweet and non-perishable motherfucker. I gotta tell everyone. He will die otherwise. Fuck you, weenie.
Fuck you.
Because we took tips. It wasn't even that. I mean, it was fine. It's not like anyone writes home and says, "Oh God, I had the best tip."
Together, we can fight these monsters and take control of our own lives. Come on, join the fight. Make it rain. Gary, just throw this fucking toothpick at me, man.
We need to make them see us.
I have a plan. Here goes everything. Hello? You're all alive and looking at me with your little shoes and your arms and your legs. Look at me. I ain't got no legs. You ain't my goddamn legs. You don't want to fucking know.
Oh, that looks funny as fuck.
So, anybody see the new Independence Day?
No.
Sequel?
I didn't hear anything good about it anyways.
Jay saw it. Go ahead.
I can see why Will Smith
Bowed out.
got out and took the
Suicide
dead shot.
Squad.
Yeah, the dead shot. He's like, I gotta get out of this movie, man. I gotta get out of this movie. No, I'm doing this dead shot thing. I'm just gonna Will Smith it over here.
Yeah, you can't Will Smith over here.
But
Jeff, you take it. Jeff Goldblum.
oh my God, will that guy do anything for money? It
Yeah.
was horrible.
He did NCIS, or not NCIS, but Law and Order. So yeah, he'll do
Jeff
that.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had this great TV show called Reigns that was really good for a while. Like 10 episodes or something.
Yeah, they took that character and put him in Criminal Intent.
Oh.
Basically, is what they did.
I like that. I like Reigns. I like that show.
Yeah, it was bad. It was like,
Is it the worst movie of the year for you?
Ooh,
yeah.
that's tough.
yeah, yeah.
What would be the worst movie of the year?
It was like, it's like Top Gun, but instead of Tom Cruise being the good guy, it was Val Kilmer being the good guy, which you always wanted to see,
Yeah.
and then you saw this movie. It was like,
Oh, not that guy, yeah.
You don't want Iceman to be the
You want Maverick to be the good guy.
the hero or whatever. Yeah, it's fucking bad.
Well, did anybody see X-Men? Because we missed it. We tried to see it, and
X-Men?
it went away like poof.
Yeah.
Like
I did. And I did like, I forgot that was a movie I went and saw.
Apocalypse, yeah.
Yeah, I did like it
No,
too.
I haven't seen
Really?
it.
Yeah,
So tell us about it. We didn't see it.
God, it was a while ago.
Yeah, because it was like in
It was
theaters for
in
like a
theaters,
week.
Yeah, we did the same thing. We're
Yeah.
like looking everywhere.
Fucking
for it.
A.
Like,
it was like in Tualatin. Like, we're
Yeah.
not going out there. I was
Well,
looking at the
'cause-
second run theater. We
Because
wasn't
it was
there.
like you go see Deadpool or you go see X-Men Apocalypse. Because I think X-Men Apocalypse got
well, X-Men Apocalypse was way later. It was like May, and Deadpool was February.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's
anyways,
true.
we didn't care.
No,
Yeah.
I did like it. I thought it was not like their best, but it was definitely good.
that
So
was
it's about,
it was Civil War. Then Apocalypse came out after Civil
Mm-hmm.
War.
yeah,
And like,
Civil War by far over them, but I did
Oh,
like
yeah.
the Apocalypse. I did. I thought it was a great. If it wasn't seen by many people, those that saw it.
I guess all the X-Men purists that I listen to and I follow,
Yeah, it's rough.
they didn't particularly care for it.
No, because
And-
Singer kind of people give Singer a lot of shit, but he kept the kind of comic book movie going in the 90s when nobody else was, and then they kind of kept going back to him. But yeah.
Right. But it's pretty sad when the Marvel Universe
Yeah.
is killing off the X-Men just to fucking get away from the licensing of Fox.
Well, that's the Spider-Man thing.
No, they're doing it with X-Men now too.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because they're basically made it so now the X-Men won't reproduce. There's no more new X-Men. Nothing. So basically,
active eugenics.
Yeah,
like we were talking about earlier.
basically in the comic book series, they're doing active eugenics to where the fact that you're not going to have no more X-Men, and they're doing it specifically so that fucking Fox cannot do no more
Wow, that's weird.
X-Men. Because they want
odd.
to take the rights away because Fox has fucked X-Men up so much.
Well, Fox hasn't been stellar on their decision.
Oh, their Fantastic Four
They,
was
like,
atrocious.
Not once, but
both times.
twice.
Yeah.
And it gets...
Well, 3 times.
Yeah, 3
Well,
movies,
wasn't
yeah.
there 2
But-
of those?
But when you've got Deadpool, who basically it was the fans that twisted Fox's arms, that just shows they got really bad taste in a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then Deadpool had, I mean, but
It's not even bad taste. It's bad fucking decision. And
And
need I
rating.
say more with Firefly? Bad decision, Fox. Thank you.
You know, I'll say that too, because Ejiofor, what movie is he? We saw a trailer with him in there today. He was the villain in Serenity. Mm-hmm. He's one of my favorite villains ever. And what movie is he in? The black guy? I describe him.
Oh, he's in...
Chuya 2 Everfor. I can't
yeah,
pronounce his name.
he did a 12-Year Slave.
Yeah, he did that too, but he's in a new one. We saw an ad for him today where he was the villain or something. I don't remember what it was. But I remember thinking in Serenity, he's like, as far as I'm concerned, he's up there with Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like, he's an amazing villain in that movie. And, you know, nobody cared. Nobody watched it.
I have no idea.
Now I just want to watch, I want to get out Transformers, I want to get out Deadpool, and I want to get out Serenity and watch those 3 in a row.
But I still liked the X-Men one. But it is, I'll agree with what he's saying. To me, it's, you can see the gradual decline of,
Yeah, you
of how
can.
things were going on.
But you know what? When you watch Deadpool and you see that great scene when he's got the mask of Hugh Jackman underneath his, you know that him and Hugh are like, dude, this is totally going to play into my movie. You know?
Well, see, I love that because Hugh's been kind of
Cagey.
and passive aggressive about what he's been posting out. We're doing the Old Man Logan story, and I'm excited to hear that because that way Logan go out with style.
Yeah. Oh yeah, kill him off. Do Spock. Kill him off properly, like they did in Star Trek 2. Kill Wolverine off, but don't bring him back. Like, that's it. He's done. Give him the fanfare out. Mm-hmm. And I don't think anybody ever should play Wolverine after Hugh.
No.
At all.
Because he did it right.
Yeah.
Outside of Glenn Danzig, but they never got Glenn Danzig, so, you know. That was always if you ever talked about way back in the mid-90s, who was going to be the X-Men, when they talked about what the X-Men series coming out, you had a few individuals who was going to be, you know, those characters. Yeah. You know, we pegged, you know, Halle Berry right.
Oh, yeah, Storm, yeah.
We pegged Patrick Stewart right as
Professor X.
For as Wolverine, anybody I ever knew in my circle, it was Glenn Danzig. We didn't know who Hugh Jackman was.
No, he wasn't around back then.
No,
Glenn
Danzig
was then.
was that right height, that right demeanor, that right just cocky build, where he could have pulled off.
Who's Glenn Danzig?
Really?
Give it an example, like a character.
No, Glenn Danzig, band The Misfits.
Yeah.
Sam Hain.
He's lost.
Glenn Danzig, Mother.
Yeah, that's
that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Danzig, the band, Danzig.
Got it.
Glenn Danzig.
Right. Okay,
Well, that's like saying Constantine should have been Sting. Constantine, the original character of Constantine was based on Sting.
Yeah.
And that's why everybody got pissed off when
Keanu Reeves did it. Because the guy who played the TV series,
he nailed it. He really did.
He nailed it. In fact, they brought him back for
Arrow.
Dark Justice.
Yes.
As the voiceover.
But they did bring him back for Arrow too. They brought him back for that.
No.
The same character. When NBC canceled it, they're like, "Yeah, fuck it, you can have it." So.
Thank you for listening to Rants with Rob and Jay on Sterling Broadcasting. These morons can be reached on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and at rumrants@outlook.com. All copyrighted materials are used for review and discussion purposes only. No copyright infringement is intended by members of the Rants podcast or Sterling Broadcasting. Thank you.